Hello, hello friends. Welcome to the craft room. My name is Susan. This is Revive DIY and Upcycle Designs. I'm so happy to have you here. I am an independent designer with Chalk Couture, and I have my own DIY subscription club that has a new transfer and chalk paste offering every single month. And beginning in August, we are actually going to be adding even more perks to our already existing program for club members only. So if you are interested in learning more about what those perks are going to be, please just comment perks in the comment and I will be glad to send you that information. But I wanted to show you the July transfer that is going to be mailed out shortly to my existing club members, or if you sign up, that it'll be sent to you. It is a really fabulous design. It's got a lot of cool elements to it. As you can see, we think about travel a lot of times in the summer, and this is a perfect time for it, but this is a good transfer to have year round. You can use it all at once, or you can break it out into pieces, and it just has some really iconic symbols on there of different places that we can travel to. So I'm just going to do a very, very basic and easy project with it today to show you how simple it is and how fabulous it can look even with just one color. A lot of times I tend to get a little bit more intricate with what I do with projects, but I wanted you to see that it can be done simply as well. So I'm going to set it aside for a second and I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for this. So this is one of our reusable chalkboard frames. So it's a magnetic porcelain chalkboard. It's made to be reused over and over and over again. And this one is actually our Aiden. This is just a 9x12. We have a bunch of different sizes and a bunch of different styles of chalkboard frames that can be used. And I did a project with this last month for in preparation for graduation, if you remember. And I actually used some cutouts. So the cool thing about this time, I don't even have to clear off my design like I would normally do, which is what you can do with our chalkboard. You just spray water on it, reactivate the paste, scrape it off, use a board eraser and clean it, and then use that surface again and again and again. So this is a great one for our club projects because all of our transfers that come in the club subscription would fit on this size, or one of the other ones. And we have some, you guys stay tuned for my August launch because we have a new one coming that's called Verity, and it is gorgeous. It would be a beautiful piece to have in your home and be able to just change out and change out and change out. So anyway, luckily, because I use these cutouts, I don't have to scrape it off. So I'm just gonna take my cutouts off and take them aside, and we are just gonna reuse this chalkboard frame. So I don't need to do anything to prep it because it's made for this. I don't even have to, like I said, I really don't even have to, I might just wipe it down just to make sure I don't have anything. It's been downstairs on my coffee bar, so you know, it might have gotten a little coffee splatter here or there, but just to make sure I have a nice clean surface to start with. But otherwise, I don't have to do anything to prepare it. What I will do though is take my fuzzing cloth and I will take my transfer. They are self-adhesive reusable transfers that can be used a dozen or more times depending on how well you take care of it. And taking care of it just means that you're washing it after you're using it, you're drying it and putting it back on its backer sheet and storing it. That's all you're doing to take care of it. And then you can use it over and over and over again. Guys, I have transfers I've had, 3 years and they still work just as great as they did the first time. But this is just getting a little bit of the stickiness off of it. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I'm just going to fuzz it a couple times, just using one of my fuzzing cloths. It's fuzzing on one side and a drying cloth on the other that's in my shop. And as a club member, we always offer special deals. Every month we have something special going on. And like I said, we are going to actually be ramping that up even more in August. So you're gonna wanna check it out or stay tuned, okay? So once I have that fuzzed, I'm just gonna take my surface, I'm gonna flip it around real quick so I'm looking at it from the right angle because I have a hanger on the back of mine. And I'm just gonna take my transfer and I am just gonna place it, kind of in the middle of my chalkboard. And I just want to show it just simply with white because isn't there just something classic about a traditional black chalkboard with white chalk? And I just think this is going to look great. I do have some other ideas of how I want to use it already. And I will share those. I try to share one at least a week, if I can, throughout the month of when it's available. Now, once these transfers change every month on the first of the month and they run till the last day of the month. And once that month is over, you guys, it's gone. So unless you're a designer or in the club, you cannot get these transfers. So that's why if you see something you like, you should grab it. And it's so affordable, and it's a little bit of happiness in your mailbox every single month. Okay, so you want to make sure you have it pressed down with no, look, I'm seeing a little bit of lint on my silkscreen area, so I want to get that off because I don't want it to affect my image. Just make sure you don't have any bumps or bubbles, and you don't have any kind of pieces of lint or anything like that. If you don't have a fuzzing cloth, just use something. You could even use your clothes. You could use a hand towel, whatever you have on hand. And I'm just gonna, I don't ever hardly do this because I wanted to put shimmer on here, you guys. You know how much I did. But I'm gonna just keep it really, really basic. And I'm just gonna use our, it's not even faced right, there you go, bright white chalk paste. And these are the 3-ounce jars. They will last you a long time. We also have paste singles as well. And when you get the transfers every month, the club transfer, we send you 3 coordinating paste single packets. So for example, I'm trying to find one. This month, one of the colors is Dune, the other one is Eucalyptus, and the other one is Shimmer Copper. I've already used this Dune, but you can get more than one project out of them, and these are called single packets. So they're reusable. I mean, until you run out, you can use them. But if you have maybe you like to you use a lot of black and white or neutrals, you might want to get a jar because it's more economical. So I'm just going to take my chalk paste and a squeegee. And with your first order, guys, if you are brand new to the club, your first order, we will send you a squeegee. Not this size. It'll be one of our minis. This is a small. You can buy smalls on my website, but this is a mini, and it will come with your first order, just so that you have the fabulous tool that we use to create your projects with. And guys, it's simple as this. I have my wet chalk, which is what we call chalk paste, on here, and I'm just going to start putting it right on my transfer. Now, you do want to move kind of quickly, especially if you're doing the entire piece, because the chalk will dry in about 5 minutes or less. And depending on where you are and what your climate is like, or if you have your ceiling fan on while you're doing it, it can dry even faster. And you don't want it to dry in your silkscreen area. We want it to release to your surface. So if you're worried that that might happen, because it's a bigger piece, and I know, like, when I first started chalking, I felt like I was very cautious, and so I moved a little slower. So if you're afraid that your chalk paste may dry in your silkscreen area, then I'm going to show you what you would do. We would do what we call a paste and peel technique. I'm just making sure I have all my silkscreen area covered, and if I didn't go all the way down there for some reason, and then once I've done that, I just pull off any extra. Okay, and you can go either direction and just pull off your extra. I'm going to try to go up to about like the midpoint, and then I'm going to show you what a paste and peel looks like. Okay, because you don't want to waste your chalk paste. All right, so there we go. I've done half of it. Now I'm just going to grab my transfer down here by the corner and work my way to the middle, because you don't want to, that was another reason why we fuzz our transfer. You don't want your transfer to be stretched, because then it will affect your image the next time you use it. So I usually start at the side and work my way to the middle, and then I start pulling my transfer up. And you can do it slowly. If you've missed any, you lay it right back down, but look how fabulous every time. You don't like your handwriting, or you want decor that you can change out over and over again? This is your fun project that you can look forward to every month. You don't have to be creative to be able to do this. The transfers do all the work, you guys. Look how cool that is. Isn't that very, very stunning? I love it. So now I'm just going to lay this back down. I'm not going to press it down. I'm just going to lay it down. And what happened was the chalk paste then released from the silk screen and onto the surface. If you leave it on there too long, like I said, it can dry in your silk screen, and then you'll go to pull it back and you'll wonder why in the world you don't have a better image, and it's because the chalk dried in the silk screen area. Now don't stress over it. It's not anything to worry about. It's always fixable. Everything's figure outable, especially in crafting and hand crafting. But if you're worried about that and that happens to you and you need to reach out to me, please feel free. That's what I'm here for. I want to support you on your creative journey, and I just want to encourage you to try to be creative. And if you're not really sure about the club, like I said, this transfer itself will be available until July 31st at midnight Mountain Time. So if you wanted to say, oh, I've never done this. This is one of those things that until you've tried it yourself, you can't even believe how easy and how fun and how actually it's like therapy it is to create something with it. I do offer a sample kit from my website. It's $5, all included. You get everything you need to create one little tiny cute little bee project. So if you wanted to try that first, I do have a link for that. If you need that, just type sample and I will be glad to give you that link, and you could try it out first and decide if you think you would like it. And if so, then you can sign up for the club. But make sure you get in before the end of the month, because starting in August, we're going to have some really fabulous offerings. But guys, I'm doing my favorite part, what we call peel and reveal. And if you feel like it's pulling, like it's snug when you're pulling it off, just kind of wiggle it back and forth a little bit, just a little bit. But look at this, you guys. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Now I will take that transfer and my squeegee to the sink and use cool running water. And I actually use a board eraser, which is something we have in my shop. 2 of them for like $3 or something. They're reusable and reusable, and they're perfect for our chalkboards as well, but I use them on my transfers. So I use that to clean my transfers with. And the squeegees, I just use a little bit of like dish soap or hand soap and wash it myself with my hand. So I'm getting ready to get a thunderstorm, you guys. Sorry, it got really dark in here. Did you notice that? But look how fabulous that looks, you guys. So that is the July one. I hope you like this idea. Please tune in, and if you are not already, like and follow my page so that you can see all the other plans that I have for this. I can't wait to create. I have one really good one that I can't wait to share, but hopefully I'll come up with a few other between now and then. But I hope that you guys will like and follow my page and come back and join me for the next time that we create it. Okay? Until I see you guys next time, make sure that you send me in the comments, asking comments, or send me a message if you have questions. Or you can look in my bio. I do have a link in there. You can go right onto my websites. But until I see you next time, you guys, be safe, be healthy, and be blessed. All right, guys. Bye.